Disclaimer. So, Roblox free model viruses were an actual issue back then, especially before the feature where Roblox shows you if a free model has scripts or not. For instance, I tried finding free model viruses, and at most you'd get these models, which aren't actually viruses, at least in my opinion. You'll get scripts that delete your game, kick players, or spam decals everywhere. I'd call those troll scripts, not real viruses. Like, for example, the classic fire spread script. Sure, it's annoying, but it's not really that deep of an exploit. But when I say a virus, I'm talking about something obfuscated, something that loads external code, something that gives someone remote control of your game. But finding these viruses are surprisingly rare, at least in my case. I don't really use free models. Even before I started researching this, I always imagined a backdoor as something that connects some HTTPS link, maybe GitHub, and silently runs whatever code is there. And yeah, that is a basic way to gain backdoor access. The technique usually involves something like load string, HTTP get, blah blah blah, which fetches and runs code from a remote URL. So what looks like a tiny harmless script in your free model could actually be pulling on full-on obfuscated malware from GitHub or Pastebin. And the real kicker here is that they can change the code at any time, which means they can basically change the behavior of your game at any point. But this is pretty rare and it's pretty much ancient, like a fossil nowadays. I mean, load string and HTTP get isn't even enabled by default, so unless both of those settings are enabled, these scripts can't actually run. However, I think we should actually be talking about scripts that are beyond Roblox Studio, and these backdoor scripts are often the most common. Stuff like bookmarklets disguised as login screens or official UI, shady browser extensions, shady Roblox plugins, or just straight up downloading some sketchy Roblox executor. And these backdoors often affect your OS, browser, or your Roblox account. Last year, around April of 2024, a bookmarklet scam went around that involved putting JavaScript code into your bookmarks. This sounds like common sense because it is, but executing this bookmark doesn't actually steal your data. It just creates a fake HTML prompt inside your browser which tells you to do sketchy stuff like disabling your authentication or inputting your password. Like this, where I basically just copied the HTML code from the site. The style depends on the site, by the way. But often it will try to look official. And you can probably send the data to some API, email, webhook, or etc. Also, on a side note, just don't copy anything that starts with JavaScript directly into your browser, especially if you don't know what it's doing. I mean, that's basic common sense. Also, yeah, there are many instances of extensions containing a backdoor that loads seemingly fine code that uses a lot of social engineering to hack accounts. I'll summarize a lot here, but here are the main parts of an extension. I'll be using a site that basically just lets you view the source code of a browser extension. Now, to simplify, either in the content.js or background.js, you could use something like fetch to download malicious JavaScript code from an external server, which could also be a description inside the Roblox game, surprisingly. The reason for this is that when you update an extension, usually Chrome or Microsoft scrapes the source code from anything malicious before it gets approved. But this method lets you bypass that review because technically you didn't actually change anything inside your code. This extension I tested it on isn't malware, by the way, at least I hope so. And another thing that popped up involves clipboard access. For example, in a website, if you use like navigator.clipboard.read text, modern browsers would show a permission pop up like allow this site to see text and images copied to the clipboard. And if you allow this and you're on a sketchy website and you've copied sensitive data like your Roblox security cookie in your network or tab or dev tools, then yeah, you're cooked. They can basically just access your account now. Now, I won't elaborate how you manage to somehow copy your Roblox security cookie in your clipboard, but I mean, it happens. So, also, you probably can't just run document.cookie and magically get someone's Roblox security. That only works in your own browser, and even then, most modern browsers and the HTTP only flag block JavaScript from reading it. So no, it's not as simple as typing a line of code. And also, yeah, what is the cookie? Now, to be honest, I didn't really have to use cookies in my experience, but often on websites, a cookie is just a key value storage that stores some browsing data. Now, an authentication/session cookie basically just lets the server know that you're logged in, which lets you do essentially most things you could do in an actual account. As a beginner though, I only really stuck with Selenium and Python. Now I would go into Roblox executors, but honestly I don't really know much, except for like a bunch of link vertex checkpoints to get some goofy colors. Anyways, Roblox executors like kernel, KRNL, the crazy amount of executors, synapse. Oh wait, they switch teams, right? Yeah, this is very outdated, but anyways, Roblox executors are just custom programs that inject code into the Roblox client. Mainly to cheat, because why play the game normally when you can let a computer play the game for you? Anyways, I'm guessing the exploits aren't even coded from scratch. There's probably just a bunch of repackaged forks of the same base exploits. There's probably a whole ancestry line or something.
Long before time.
Whoa, publisher could not be verified. Are you sure you want to run this? Okay, real talk. Under Roblox TOS, using or distributing exploit sheets or unauthorized third-party tools is strictly prohibited, so don't do it. Seriously. Also, wait, I can't afford to make this video longer than 9 minutes, so I'll just summarize this part. So, here's a TLDR. Most Roblox executors work by injecting DLLs into Roblox client to run custom scripts, usually Lua, but a ton of them come bundled with a ton of sketchy stuff. Also, I upload videos whenever I want, so don't expect a consistent upload schedule.